those guys 30 and younger, they still have that youthful energy and they're playing all the time. Do you think that those older guys, 30 to 40, they take extended breaks because maybe they've kind of lost the love for the game or something? And then,
I think about that daily. Like, is it actually physiological change of when you're 30 to 40, things are getting weaker? And I agree with that idea, is that you just slow down, you stop. Like, what we're doing right now is like, we'll probably pop on the court every now and then, but it's not every day. We don't have the time. Right? It's responsibilities. And then in the NBA, that's their only responsibility. However, they're tired, they're beat up. And the more you play, the more compensations you have. And so you can't just go play every day. Like in the off season, they're resting and they're training, but they're just popping on the court here and there. Like LeBron, he's not going out and playing all the time, but he'll pop into a pickup game. And so, I think as time goes on, I think 30 to 40, that's the big difference. Especially in non-NBA players, like your average hooper, you just don't go play enough. Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's kind of what I thought with. Now, Aaron Rodgers is different because he had a guy on his back and he was trying to push and he ruptured his Achilles. But some of those comments, people are like, he should have played in preseason. And it's like, well, maybe it was. I mean, let's not use his because that's such an off case. But it's like, well, then what if he ruptured his Achilles in preseason? Then you'd have been like, he shouldn't have played in preseason. You know? So it's like it's a lose-lose. But
it's really hard because I think about it. If I have an NBA player, 36 years old, am I going to tell them to go play pickup 3 days a week in the offseason? Because you dodge a lot of bullets. There's a lot of like, you're going to shoot and somebody's going to come under you, you're going to sprain your ankle. That recovery time is not going to be as fast. So every time you go play, you're dodging bullets. This isn't like tennis where it's just you out there. You got to worry about everybody else on the court. So is the risk lower by like going out and saying, all right, I'm going to play 3 days a week, every week. That's a lot of bullets to dodge. And then you got to go dodge bullets for 82 games plus the playoffs. I don't know what your odds are of being able to dodge all those bullets. But then the other side of it is if I don't play enough, then I get the loss of calibration and loss of tendon spring and all that stuff. So it's like finding that balance. And when you're teens and early 20s, you get the best of both worlds. Like you can go play and you're going to sprain your ankle, but you're just going to rehab it and bounce back, and you bounce back pretty quick. But I do see recovery time dropping 30 to 40. And that's the difference. You just don't recover fast enough from injuries, even from day-to-day playing. I just think what used to be your 24-hour window is now your 36, and then eventually that becomes 48. So I feel like people could play in the NBA until 45 years old if they played 1 or 2 days a week. Mm-hmm. If it was a Monday and a Thursday, like you'd see LeBron play until like 45. But because it's back-to-backs and every other day, you just can't recover fast enough.
Yeah, that goes along with the circadian thing because they say... So like it's a cell thing. You have cells in your tendon, but most of them, there's a gel within your tendon that lets the fascicle slide and rotate. Most of the cells are in the gel, and the gel like turns over fast, a lot of activity, but it kind of gives you protects the collagen. I'm thinking it must give you a spring, some like low level elasticity. I hate elasticity because elasticity is just like returning to shape, deforming. Yep. But it gives, I guess it paints that picture of just like repeatability. So like the cells are in that intravascular matrix, a lot of them, and I think you lose a little bit as you get older. But also the circadian rhythm, you see this with any other tissue or any other older person, is it's not really a 24-hour thing. It's more like a 25-hour, maybe like a 26. So it extends, and the amplitude of the yin and the yang of the building and the cleanup phase, that also gets the amplitude gets not as extreme. So you're not building up as much collagen within your tendon, and you're not cleaning up as much collagen. So when you're 18 and you can go play for 2 hours, if you all things equal, same outputs, you're 18, you go play for 2 hours, you're ready to go the next day. But now you're 40, you go play, and your tendon's not ready for like 2 days or 3 days.
Yeah.
So it really, that is just common sense though, is that as you get older, you're probably going to take more time. But to look at the circadian rhythm of the tendon and the buildup and the cleanup, like that just supports it too. That and that would also, the circadian thing, you'd be like, how do you get that amplitude back up for the build-up phase and the cleanup phase? And I think that's where you can entrain your circadian rhythm within your tendon, where you eat at like the same times during the day and then you stop eating, and then you play at the same times during the day and then you stop playing. So you think you have this, because feeding and exercise are how you entrain the cells, the circadian rhythm within your tendon. So if you keep those consistent when you're younger, you don't care and you recover fast. But I'm thinking when you're 30, 40, even plus, you want to entrain. I think that would be a way to help accelerate recovery of your tendon. And there's no right or wrong. It's just that what you do, if you eat from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., try to do that every day. Don't throw in a meal at midnight, and don't throw in a training session at midnight if you're used to training at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So I think it's like get the yin and the yang of the tendon, the building phase, the cleanup phase, and keep it consistent. And I think that has to be something in the future, maybe in 5-10 years where we can start seeing that in humans. But you want to get the recovery capacity that you had when you were a kid, and that there might be something to that.